following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 18 carries, 74 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 43, here's second down and 5.
Here we go. At the 43-yard line.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
60 by 6.
They'll set up a throw. Robinson's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A 7-yard gain. And the
Here we go.
Steelers
Set.
first down. First and
Now look,
10.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Muscles him off. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create. Little space. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready? Let go!
A first down carry here for Johnson. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
2nd down and 6 now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Bring it. Here we go. Stop. Ready.
They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
The extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Alert! Alert!
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Here. Ready.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
8 yards on the pickup.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's complete to Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Robinson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together.
Head. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, here's Ward. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here, and brought down there.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake, Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They fake the handoff. Now Ward. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Ward. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that, but I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
39-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ward. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go. Set.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Robinson hauling it in outright. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7-yard gain.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
First down and 10.
Come on.
At their own 19.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Ward.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7.
Here's second and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's good. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go. Liking 18.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Now Ward.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
11 on the play. Result is a first down.
Off play action, Ward.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, check this.
On the give, this is their fullback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready, go. Ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now a give, right side. Green. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. And Green with a catch left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Come on.
3rd and 6.
Hawk 70.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Liking 18.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Looking to put a drive together.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now, Ward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, here's Ward.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Taj Brooks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
From the gun, Ward.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Gunnar Helm, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
They'll run on first down. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
46-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
That is caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 4 yards.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Steelers.
Hawk 70, Hawk. Let go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 20.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
2 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now they'll empty out the backfield.
5-yard line.
Again, he'll drop the throw. This is caught. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 6 yards away.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Steelers 17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And they'll go again with ETN. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Play action now, Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Off the play fake, Ward. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. The 33.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And 6
Here we
yards
go.
to go.
19.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Gain of 18. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
A give to the fullback on the dive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
14 yards.
Let's go now.
The Steelers.
70 Timberwolves.
1st and 10.
Back to throw here. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at
70
the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So it's our visitors who come away with a victory here, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdowns.